Hello, hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our Fueling for Performance nutrition presentation this afternoon. Hope you're all having a wonderful day so far. Excuse me. We will go ahead and get started today. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I'm Mo. I'm a nutrition coach here at Rational CrossFit, and today we're diving into one of the most important aspects of fueling your body, understanding our food choices and how they support our workouts, recovery, and our overall health. Today, we're going to break down how our bodies use different energy systems, the role of carbs, protein, and fat in performance, and practical nutrition strategies to help you feel and perform your best. If you have any questions throughout, drop them in the comments, and I'll try and get to them at the end today. All right, so macronutrients, often referred to as macros, they are the nutrients that provide energy. Carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. Each one has a distinct role in our body, and balancing them correctly can improve energy, recovery, and overall performance. Carbs are going to be the body's preferred energy source. Protein is key for muscle repair and recovery, and fats support long term energy and hormone production. Let's go ahead and take a deeper dive into how our bodies use these macros depending on the type of exercise we are doing. Okay, the ATP system, also called the phosphagen system, is the fastest way our body generates energy. It powers quick, explosive movements that last about 10 seconds or less. Think of something like a one rep max lift, a 40-yard sprint, a box jump, things like that. How does it work? The system does not require oxygen, so it's anaerobic. It relies on stored ATP, adenosine triphosphate, and creatine phosphate in the muscles. Since ATP stores are limited, fatigue will happen quickly, which is why you can only sustain this type of effort for a few seconds. Why does it matter? If you want to maximize strength, speed, or power, this system is your primary energy source. Creatine supplementation can help replenish ATP faster, making it useful for high intensity training. Once ATP and creatine phosphate are depleted, your body shifts to the next energy system, the glycolytic system. The glycolytic system is also called anaerobic glycolysis, used for efforts lasting 10 seconds to around 2 minutes. Things like a 400-meter sprint, quick CrossFit Metcon, tough set of squats, those types of things. How does it work? It breaks down carbohydrates, glucose, or stored glycogen to produce ATP quickly. Oxygen is not required, but the downside is that this process creates lactic acid, which leads to muscle fatigue. Once lactic acid builds up too much, your muscles start to burn and your performance drops. Why does it matter? If your workouts involve high-intensity intervals like CrossFit or weightlifting, you're relying heavily on this system. Proper carb intake is key because glycogen stores fuel the energy system. Training adaptation. Over time, your body gets better at clearing lactic acid, which improves endurance in this energy zone. After about 2 minutes, if exercise continues, your body will then transition to the oxidative or the aerobic system. The oxidative or aerobic system is your body's endurance system. It fuels activities lasting longer than 2 to 3 minutes, like running, biking, rowing, hiking, longer CrossFit workouts, those types of things. Unlike the other two systems, this system does require oxygen to break down carbohydrates and fats for energy. It's the most efficient energy system because it produces ATP at a slower but more sustainable rate. Fats become the primary energy source for longer, low-intensity exercise. Why does it matter? If you do long distance training or lower intensity, steady state cardio, this system is dominant. Endurance athletes train to improve their aerobic efficiency so that they can use fat for energy and spare glycogen for later. Oxygen availability is key. Training in this zone improves lung capacity and overall cardiovascular fitness. This system is always working in the background, but it becomes the primary source when exercise lasts beyond a few minutes. Understanding these three energy systems helps us fuel correctly for different types of workouts. One important thing to understand is that these energy systems don't work in isolation. They overlap depending on the intensity and duration of activity. For example, let's take a typical CrossFit workout. It may start with the ATP system, giving you that quick, explosive power for a sprint or a heavy lift. As you continue working at high intensity, your body shifts into anaerobic glycolysis, breaking down breaking down stored glycogen for energy. If the workout lasts longer, think of an AMRAP or a chipper, your oxidative system kicks in, helping sustain your effort. This applies to all types of exercise, whether you're lifting weights, playing sports, or running a 5K. Your body is constantly adjusting which system it relies on most based on your effort level. Understanding how energy systems overlap help us train smarter and recover better. It also tells us what to fuel our body with before, during, and after different types of exercise. So now that we've covered how your body produces the energy, let's talk about how nutrition supports each system so you can perform better and recover faster. Short bursts of power like strength training, sprints, HIIT training, those types of things, since they rely on ATP, on the ATP system, you want to prioritize carbohydrates and creatine. Carbs help replenish muscle glycogen, while creatine supplementation can help regenerate ATP faster for repeated bursts of strength and power. For your moderate intensity, CrossFit, circuit training, these depend heavily on the glycolytic system, meaning consistent carb intake is key. Eating carbs before and after your workout helps fuel performance and speed up recovery. Long endurance, running, cycling, triathlon, um, those types of things. The oxidative system relies on both carbs and fats. Endurance athletes need to fuel with a combination of both. It's also critical to stay hydrated to maintain energy levels and avoid fatigue. So your fuel should always match your training. Different energy demands require different macronutrient strategies. So understanding this can help you make better choices based on your goals and activity levels. Fueling properly before a workout can make a huge difference in your energy levels, endurance, and performance. The goal of pre-workout nutrition is to provide your body with the right nutrients at the right time. Timing matters. Ideally, you want to eat 30 to 90 minutes before training. This gives your body enough time to start digesting the food and converting it into usable energy. What should you focus on? Carbs for energy. Carbs are your body's preferred fuel source, especially for high intensity training. Protein for muscle preservation. A small amount of protein can help prevent muscle breakdown, especially if you're training fasted or first thing in the morning. Minimize fats and fibers. While healthy, fats and fiber digest slowly, which can cause discomfort if eaten too close to a workout. A few great balanced options that are easy to digest for some pre-workout snack ideas. We can do a banana with some peanut butter, Greek yogurt with granola, rice cakes with turkey and a little bit of avocado. The key takeaway here is that a well-balanced pre-workout snack can help you push harder, perform better, and recover faster. Choosing the right foods based on your training intensity and timing will set you up for success. While pre-workout nutrition can enhance performance, making the wrong choices can leave you feeling sluggish, nauseous, or low on energy. Let's go over some common mistakes to avoid before training. You want to make sure you don't eat too much too close to your workout. Large, heavy meals take longer to digest, which can lead to stomach discomfort, bloating, or sluggishness during training. Instead, aim to eat a balanced meal 1.5 to 3 hours before exercise or a lighter snack 30 to 60 minutes beforehand for quick energy. Another thing you want to avoid, not eating enough or training when fasted. Training on an empty stomach can lead to low energy, dizziness, or poor performance, especially for high intensity workouts. While fasted training has its place, most people perform better with some type of fuel in their system. Third thing we want to avoid is overloading on fats or fiber. While healthy fats and fiber are essential in your diet, consuming too much before a workout can slow digestion and cause stomach issues. Instead, focus on carbs and protein for quick, accessible energy. We also want to make sure that we don't ignore hydration. Dehydration can lead to early fatigue, cramps, and poor endurance. Even mild dehydration impacts strength and focus. Drink at least 16 to 20 ounces of water a couple of hours before training and sip water throughout your workout. What to eat post workout. After a workout, what you eat and when you eat it plays a huge role in recovery, muscle repair, and energy replenishment. This is where the post workout recovery window comes into play. What is the recovery window? The first 30 to 60 minutes after exercise is often called the anabolic window or recovery window. During this time, your body is primed to absorb nutrients, making it the ideal time to refuel and repair muscles. So what should you focus on? Protein for muscle repair. After exercise, your muscles need high quality protein to rebuild and recover. Aim for 20 to 40 grams of protein, depending on your body size and training intensity. Things like whey protein supplement, Greek yogurt, lean meat, eggs, or even plant-based protein powders. We also want to get some carbs to replenish our glycogen. Your body uses stored carbohydrates during exercise, so it's important to refuel with carbs post-workout. Faster digesting carbs like fruit, rice, potatoes, and oats can help replenish glycogen quickly. Then we also want to make sure we replace fluids and electrolytes lost through sweat. This is key for recovery and preventing muscle cramps. Water alone is essential, but if you had an intense sweaty workout, consider adding electrolytes to rehydrate effectively. Do you have to eat immediately? If you ate a pre-workout meal within a few hours before training, your recovery window is typically more flexible. However, if you trained, fasted, or had a light pre-workout snack, it's best to eat sooner rather than later. Your post-workout meal is one of the most important meals of the day when it comes to building strength, optimizing recovery, and improving performance. Prioritizing protein, carbs, and hydration will help you feel and perform better in your next session. There are a few ideas of some post-workout meals. Just like pre-workout nutrition, what you do after a workout can make a huge difference in your recovery, muscle growth, and energy levels. Here are some common mistakes that could be holding you back. You're skipping your post-workout meal completely. After training, your body needs fuel to recover and rebuild muscle. Not eating after a workout can lead to fatigue, muscle breakdown, and slower recovery. How do you fix it? Aim to eat a balanced post-workout meal within 30 to 60 minutes to maximize recovery. Not eating enough protein. Protein is essential for muscle repair and growth. If you're not getting enough, you won't recover as well and you may lose muscle instead of building it. How do you fix it? Aim for 20 to 40 grams of high quality protein after training from sources like lean meat, eggs, Greek yogurt, or protein shakes. Avoiding carbs completely. Many people fear carbs, but they're essential for replenishing glycogen stores and supporting recovery. How do you fix it? Pair protein with quality carbs like fruit, rice, or oats to refuel properly. Overloading on fats immediately after training. While healthy fats are important, too much fat post-workout can slow digestion, delaying nutrient absorption. Keep post-workout meals lower in fat and focus on protein and carbs instead. Your post-workout nutrition is just as important as your workout. By fueling properly with the right balance of protein, carbs, and hydration, you'll recover faster, build muscle, and be ready to hit your next workout stronger. When it comes to nutrition for performance, different types of athletes have different fueling needs. Strength athletes and endurance athletes both require protein, carbs, and fats, but the ratio and timing of these macros will vary depending on your training demands. Strength athletes like powerlifters, bodybuilders, sprinters. Strength athletes focus on building muscle power and explosive strength. Your main goal is to support muscle repair, recovery, and growth while maintaining energy for heavy lifting or high intensity training. You're going to see a higher need for protein. Protein is essential for muscle repair and growth. Strength athletes should aim for about 0.8 to 1.2 grams of protein per pound of body weight. Moderate to high carb intake here. Carbs are important for fueling workouts and replenishing glycogen after heavy training. Most strength athletes need 2 to 5 grams of carbs per pound of body weight. And then we need healthy fats for hormonal support. Fats play a role in our hormone production and recovery, but they shouldn't replace carbs in a strength-focused diet. And then we look at our endurance athletes, runners, cyclists, swimmers, triathletes. Endurance athletes focus on sustaining energy over long periods and recovering efficiently between training sessions. Your primary concern here is going to be glycogen replenishment and muscle endurance rather than just muscle size and strength. You're going to see a higher carbohydrate need. Carbs are going to be the main fuel source for endurance sports. Most endurance athletes need 4 to 7 grams of carbs per pound of body weight. We still have a moderate protein need. Protein is still important for muscle recovery, but not as high as in strength-focused training. Endurance athletes should aim for about 0.6 to 0.9 grams of protein per pound of body weight, along with those healthy fats for sustained energy. When it comes to fueling your body for performance, small mistakes in nutrition can lead to fatigue, poor recovery, and subpar results. Let's talk about some of the most common nutrition mistakes that could be holding you back. Most common, not eating enough calories. Many athletes undereat, whether intentionally or due to dieting, intentionally due to dieting or unintentionally because of high training demands. Without enough calories, your body lacks energy, leading to fatigue, muscle loss, and slow recovery. How do we fix it? We track your intake and ensure you're eating enough to match your energy expenditure. Another thing we see, skipping carbs or eating too few carbs. Low carb diets have their place, but for high intensity workouts, carbs are your primary energy source. Inadequate carb intake leads to low glycogen stores, poor endurance, and slow recovery. How do we fix it? We prioritize quality carbs. Not getting enough protein. Obviously, we've talked about it. Protein is crucial for muscle repair, recovery, and strength gains. Without enough protein, you risk muscle breakdown, slow recovery, and stalled progress. Poor hydration is another issue we see a lot of. Many athletes only focus on food and neglect hydration, which is just as important for performance and recovery. Drink enough water throughout the day and make sure you're replenishing electrolytes as well. Relying too much on supplements. Supplements can help, but they don't replace real food. Some people skip whole foods in favor of protein powders, energy drinks, or pre-workouts. Focusing on a food-first approach, using supplements only when necessary to fill the gaps is what we recommend. Let's talk about protein powder and its role in performance, recovery, and overall nutrition. Protein powders are a convenient way to help meet your daily protein needs, especially for busy individuals or athletes with high protein requirements. While whole food sources should always be the foundation of your diet, protein supplements can fill in the gaps when needed. Protein powder is convenient, it's quick and easy to consume, fast absorption. Whey protein isolate, digested super quickly, makes it ideal for muscle recovery. Can also provide your essential amino acids needed for repairing muscle tissue after training. There are a few different types of protein. We look at whey protein. Whey protein is going to be fast digesting, it's great for post-workout recovery. Casein protein is a little bit more slow digesting. It's ideal before bed for prolonged muscle repair. Um, Post-workout, getting 20 to 30 grams of protein within 30 to 60 minutes after training is going to be optimal for your muscle repair. You can add it to smoothies, oatmeal, or yogurt to boost your daily protein intake. We want to make sure that we don't rely too much on that protein powder, though. We always want to be reaching for those whole food sources as well. Also, let's make sure we're checking those ingredient labels. Let's watch for added sugars, fillers, artificial additives. Collagen. Collagen is a unique type of protein that plays a crucial role in the health and structure of our joints, skin, and connective tissues. It's not the best protein source specifically for muscle growth, but it does provide important benefits for overall recovery and injury prevention. Collagen is the most abundant protein in the body, making up a large part of our tendons, ligaments, skin, and cartilage. Um, Unlike the whey or the other plant-based protein powders, collagen lacks key essential amino acids, which are needed for muscle protein synthesis. Um, and we do naturally produce collagen, but our production declines, especially with age, leading to joint stiffness, slower recovery, skin aging, those types of things. Some of the benefits of collagen supplementation, we're going to see supported joint and tendon health, can help reduce joint pain, improve tissue resilience, um, especially athletes who are doing high impact training, as well as older athletes. It's also going to aid in recovery from injury, supports the healing process for ligament and tendon injuries, also is going to help support gut health, kind of an underrated benefit there as well. Pair it with vitamin C. Vitamin C is essential for collagen synthesis, so consume it with citrus fruits, bell peppers, or a vitamin C supplement. Take it daily. Most studies suggest 10 to 15 grams of collagen per day. But again, this is not going to be a replacement for protein powder. This is going to be in addition to that protein supplementation. Creatine. Creatine is one of the most researched and effective supplements for boosting strength, power, and overall performance. Most often, it's associated with bodybuilders and men, but it also has a wide range of benefits for women, particularly when it comes to strength training and recovery. So what is creatine? It's a naturally occurring compound found in small amounts in foods like red meat and fish, and is also produced by the body. It's stored in the muscles as phosphocreatine, and when you exercise, phosphocreatine helps produce ATP, which is, again, the main energy currency of the body. And you're going to see that especially during your high intensity efforts or workouts. Creatine helps you produce more energy during short bursts of effort like sprints or lifting. There are some benefits of creatine specifically for women. It's going to improve your strength and power. Creatine has been shown to increase muscle strength, power output, and endurance, especially during high intensity training. This is going to help you recover faster, train harder, and see quicker and better performance gains. Also going to support muscle mass and recovery. Going to be increasing muscle mass. You're not going to get bulky. It also aids in muscle recovery by replenishing ATP stores. Also super beneficial for brain health and cognition. Research has suggested that creatine may support brain health, including cognitive function and mood. It's also going to help with injury prevention. It helps with joint protection, reduce injury by improving muscle function, and reducing muscle soreness after exercise. A common myth is that creatine will make women bulky, but the truth is creatine primarily helps with strength and power. It's not going to lead to unwanted weight gain or bulk unless paired with excessive calorie intake. Studies show that women respond to creatine supplementation similarly to men in terms of strength and performance benefits. A 2017 review found that women benefit from creatine in the same way men do, with improved performance in high-intensity exercises like lifting and sprinting. Women may have lower baseline creatine stores than men, which makes supplementation even more important for maximizing your training potential. All we're looking at is going to be 3 to 5 grams per day of creatine monohydrate, ideally after a workout. Want to make sure that we're staying hydrated because creatine pulls water into the muscles, so be sure to drink plenty of water when supplementing. Electrolytes. Electrolytes are going to play a critical role in hydration, muscle function, and overall performance. When we exercise, especially at high intensities or for long durations, we lose electrolytes through sweat, which can impact everything from energy levels to muscle contractions and even muscle clarity. Electrolytes are minerals that carry an electric charge in the body and help regulate fluid balance, nerve function, and muscle contraction. The key electrolytes include sodium, which is the most important electrolyte for fluid balance, excuse me, helps retain water and prevent dehydration. And then we look at potassium, helps with muscle contractions and prevents cramps. Magnesium aids in muscle relaxation, reduces soreness, and supports energy production. Calcium is not just for bones, it also plays a role in muscle function and nerve signaling. The electrolytes matter for performance because it's going to prevent dehydration and fatigue. It's going to improve muscle function. It's going to help regulate your fluid balance, and it's going to enhance your recovery. How do you maintain an electrolyte balance? You want to hydrate with electrolytes. If you sweat a lot or train in heat, consider an electrolyte drink with sodium, potassium, and magnesium to replenish lost minerals. All right, let's wrap up here. Let's do a quick recap of the key takeaways from our discussion. We covered how the body fuels exercise through ATP, through the glycolytic system and the oxidative system. We talked about their role depending on intensity and duration. Knowing this helps us train smarter and optimize performance. We talked about the importance of protein. We talked about why it matters, how much you need, and the role of collagen in supplementation and recovery. We also talked about creatine, how creatine is for everyone, not just for muscle strength, but for cognitive function, recovery, and overall performance. It's especially important for women as it supports brain health, hormone balance, and muscle preservation. Then we wrapped it up with electrolytes and hydration. Proper hydration isn't just about water. Sodium, potassium, magnesium, and calcium help maintain fluid balance, prevent cramping, and support endurance. At the end of the day, fueling your body properly is about balance, strategy, and consistency. Small, sustainable nutrition changes can lead to big improvements in energy, strength, and recovery. I hope this session gave you guys some valuable insights into optimizing your nutrition for performance. If you have any questions or need guidance on these strategies, feel free to reach out. Shoot me an email, info@rushmorecrossfit.com. I'd be happy to help you out. Thanks to everybody for tuning in today, and go fuel your body, crush your training. Have a great rest of your Monday, guys.